Thanks very much, guys. I'm so glad to come and see you guys. This is fantastic. One thing, I don't mean to be rude, but just the way I was a little concerned about the way she just pronounced my name. I just wanted to make sure it was clear. Well, it's okay. I just want to make sure it was clear to everybody. My name is Tom Angleberger. Okay? Tom Angleberger. Tom Angleberger. Burger. Does anybody know why that R is so important to me? Why do you think the R is so important to me? Will you think it over? Why do you think the R is so important to me? Yeah. Your name is Larry, is that right? Larry, go right ahead. Why do you think the R is so important? What? Oh, that's very true. I cannot argue with that. That is very true. That's not exactly the reason I'm so worried about the R. Why do you think I'm worried about the R?
Because of R2D2.
Oh, because of R2D2? No, not because of R2D2, but I do love R2D2. Why do you think I'm so worried about the R? Yeah, he's absolutely right. Without the R, it's Tom Angleberger. Yeah. That's why the R is very important to me. So if you say my name today, if you need to talk to me, make sure you say Angleberger. Don't forget the R. Or you can just call me Tom if you want to. That's probably safest. It's probably safest that way. Just call me Tom. Now, I don't know, they told you that an author was coming to talk to you today, right?
Yes.
Am I what you thought an author was going to look like?
No.
Or am I more what you thought a nerd was going to look like? Is that right? Is that right? Okay, well, let me tell you something. Folks. I am not just a nerd. I am a professional nerd. Right? It's my job to be a nerd. That's what I do for a living. That's how I work. I'm a nerd. I watch Star Wars and I play with Star Wars toys and I fold Star Wars and I write about Star Wars and I draw really lame pictures about Star Wars. That's my job. That's my job. Okay. So now that you know who I am, let me tell you where I'm from. I live down at the other end of Virginia from here. We are in Virginia now, right? Yeah. Is there anybody here, just so I can explain this to you guys, is there anybody here that can draw the state of Virginia, like that really knows what the shape is like? Your hand went up really fast. You must really know what Virginia looks like, right? Okay, she looks confident. You do know what Virginia looks like, right? Nice and big, as big as you can on the paper there. What's your name? Larry. Okay, Larry is going to draw Virginia for us here. It's going to be great. Nice and big as you can on the paper.
Hey, Tom, if you call me Larry, I call you Bob.
Uh-oh. It's Phoebe, right? I'm a little frightened of Phoebe, okay? I will not be joking about Phoebe's name anymore. Okay. She's drawing Virginia. There it goes. Yep. Yes. It's Virginia, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. Well, don't draw all over it. It's perfect. It's perfect just like this. What?
I'm trying to draw Richmond.
Oh, don't draw Richmond yet. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, Virginia by Phoebe. Good job, Phoebe. All right. Now, Phoebe, how do you spell your name, Phoebe? Phoebe, how do you spell your name? Wait, slow down. What was it? Great, I got it now. Okay. Okay. So you guys, I grew up in Virginia. You guys grew up in Virginia. We're all Virginians. I think you guys live over here somewhere. I don't know exactly where you guys live, but I grew up here in the Shenandoah Valley, right around there. And but I bet we did some of the stuff when we were kids. Did you guys ever go to this place called King's Dominion? Yeah! Okay, that's like over here somewhere, right? Well, let me tell you what happened one time when we went to King's Dominion. My father we get up on Saturday, and we drive all the way to King's Dominion, which is a long way from Stanton, where I'm from. We drove all the way over there, and when we get there, my father realizes he forgot his wallet. And we don't have enough money to go into King's Dominion. So we drive all the way back to get to the house to get the wallet, and then we drive all the way back to King. But wait, we stop on the way, and my father gets a McRib at McDonald's. Okay, that's important. That comes in very important later. The McRib will come in and later. We stop, and then we go back, and we get to King's Dominion, and by this time, it's almost closed. We only have time to ride one ride. So we decide we're going to ride that awesome roller coaster. What's it called again?
Dominator.
The what? Okay. That's the one. Yes, that's the one. And so we get on the roller coaster, and it goes, oh, by the way, a couple other things in Virginia. She was going to mention Richmond, right? Richmond, that's like the capital. So I'll draw like a star. And then over here, wherever this is not the capital, so I'm going to draw a tree. Okay, and so anyway, back to the roller coaster. We get on the roller coaster, and it goes up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 like that. Unfortunately, when we get up to the top, my father and remember the McRib? Well, he kind of barfed. And unfortunately, I forgot to mention, he had gotten 2 McRibs. So when we got up to the other, he barfed on that one too. All right, does anybody recognize what I'm just drawing here? Who is it? Jabba! Right, it's Jabba. We live in Jabba the State. All right. By Larry and Tom. All right, very good, very good. All right. All right, so... now, guys, how many of you guys have read this book I wrote called Origami Yoda? Who's read that Origami? Some of you guys read that Origami Yoda book? Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Just to let you know, if you like that book, I've written some other books, too. I wrote this book about this crazy castle. Does this look like a castle? No. Does it look like a castle? All right, well, I wrote a book about a misshapen blob, and it's called Horton Halfpot. So if you want to read a book about a castle mystery, that book is called Horton Halfpot. And then I wrote this book about this kid, it's right, a kid with a fake mustache. And the fake mustache is so good that everybody that sees him thinks he's an adult, so he decides to run for president of the United States of America. There's just one problem. You've read the book. Do you know what the problem is?
I didn't read it. I saw it.
Oh, he didn't read it. Great. Thanks for nothing, buddy. Okay. Now, the problem is somebody here that's actually read this book? What's the problem with this guy becoming president?
He was going to rob the banks.
Right. He's going to rob banks and rob the taxpayers and take over the whole world. He's totally evil. The kid with the fake mustache is the bad guy. So you got to read that book to find out how it turns out. And then I wrote this book about... Anybody know what that is? Somebody said it. Somebody said it. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. It's this book called Cranky Doodle, right? And Cranky Doodle is kind of like Yankee Doodle, except he doesn't want to do all that stuff. He doesn't want to go to town. He doesn't want to ride on a pony. He doesn't want to stick a feather in his hat. And he doesn't want to call it... Very good job, very good job. All right. There we go. I think we've cleared up a lot of business now. Now we're ready to get started on this Origami Yoda business. Now, before I get too far into it, I want to make sure, do you guys know what I'm talking about with this origami? Do you guys know what origami is? Who can tell me, like, the definition of origami? You know what is the definition of origami? Yeah, Larry? Wow, very good definition. It's you trying to fold something so that the piece of paper, which started out flat, ends up looking like something else, and you're not allowed to use scissors or tape.
That's called kirigami.
Very nice. If you start cutting it, it's called kirigami. Good job, dude. So has anybody here made anything out of origami?
Right now.
What have you made? What have you made? You think about it. You think it over. What have you made?
Darth paper and origami.
Oh, this guy made some of my stuff. Yoda and Darth Vader. Cool. Very cool. What have you made in the blue there? An origami rock? Was that just a paper wad?
No, it's just a couple.
Okay. And all the way in the back there, what have you made out of origami? An origami cube? Was it the one where you blow it up? Oh, you made with a bunch of pieces of paper? Ah, very good. That's high class origami. Very good stuff. How about you in the back over there? What have you made out of origami? A what? A tie. Did you wear it?
Yes.
Did you? What did people think about it? Did they like it? Did any of you guys see her wearing the origami tie? No. Huh. I'm not sure I believe in this origami tie. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, the dude back there, what did you make out of origami? The Star Wars shirt dude. You made a Yoda. Excellent, excellent. And G-Man, what did you make?
Me?
Yeah. What's the G stand for?
Georgetown. Yeah, Georgetown.
Okay, all right, very good. I'll take your word for it.
Your version of origami Yoda, and I'm actually ultra wicked on your website.
You're Ultra Wicked. This is one of the super folders from my website. Hi, Ultra Wicked. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Well, that's awesome. Well, guys, what I like to fold, I love to fold Star Wars characters, and I also love to fold paper airplanes. This paper airplane is the famous Nakamura lock. Has anybody here ever done the Nakamura lock? You guys have done this? It is a great airplane, right? Now, it's a great design for an airplane, and I've done my best to fold it now, but I can't actually guarantee that this is a good one. There's only one way to find out if it's a good one. Should we find out? Yeah! All right. Now, let me just tell you something. Normally, here at this school is named after Thomas Jefferson, right? Yeah. You guys here at Thomas Jefferson, you're a very nice group. You would never boo a guest at your school, would you? No. No, you would never boo somebody that came to your school. But we are going to lift that rule for one time only. You will be allowed to boo. If this paper airplane fails to fly, you guys will get to boo me. You'll be like, boo, you're not really a nerd, boo, you can't fold it, okay? You can do that. But, however, here's the deal. If the paper airplane does fly, you guys have to cheer for the power of origami. Is that a deal? All right. Now there's a low ceiling in here. I'm not sure how it's going to do. Are you guys ready to either boo or cheer? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Oh. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. Oh. Okay. All right. If it wasn't for the ceiling, that airplane would still be flying around up there somewhere. Now, guys, that covers the origami part. Now, does everybody know about the Yoda part? Everybody knows? Yeah, you guys know who Yoda is, right? Okay. So, if you put those two things together, origami and Yoda, and you put them together, you get Origami Yoda, right? And so that's what my books are about. But actually, even though my books, have these Star Wars characters in them, they don't take place in another galaxy. They take place right here on Earth. They actually take place in Virginia. And they're about these kids that go to this school, and one of the kids is named... Anybody recognize this guy? Right, that's Dwight. That's Dwight, and Dwight is, I'll just tell you right up, Dwight is the weirdest kid in the whole school, right? I mean, he is really weird. He looks weird, his hair is weird, his clothes are weird. He wears this shirt that says... Right, Biggie sized my combo for 39 cents. He wears that shirt every day. He is a really weird guy. So here's what I want to ask you guys. A question about being an author, okay? Because think about this. I'm an author, And you guys, whenever you sit down to write something or to make up a story, you guys can be authors too. And when you're an author, you have this incredible power. You can write about anything that you can think of. Anything you can make up, you can think about it. So you can write about all kinds of wild stuff. Think about it, guys. I could write a book like about a princess. I could write one of them princess books, right? I could write a book about a race car driver. I could write a book about a princess that drives race cars, right? I could write about vampires. I could write about waffles. I could write about waffles that are vampires, right? But with all that stuff to write about, with all the possibilities, why do you think I choose to write this book that's the weirdest kid in the whole school? Why, when I can write about all that exciting stuff, why do I write a book about the weirdest kid in the whole school? Nike, what do you think?
Because you're weird.
What? Dude, what? Did you just call me weird? All right, now hold on a second. Hold on a second. What is your name? Matthew. Okay. Matthew is absolutely correct, right? Right. The reason I write about the weirdest kid in school is because I was the weirdest kid at my school, right? I was the second shortest and the first weirdest. And so it's easy for me to write about Dwight. We have an understanding. Now, the book is not exactly my biography. Some of it's true, some of it's not. But Dwight and I, we have an understanding. But that brings up another question. If he's the weirdest kid at his school, and I was the weirdest kid at my school, raise your hand if you're the weirdest kid at this school. You are? You? You? You guys together? There's a whole group of weirdos here. Over there, back in the back there. You? You guys? You guys over here? That guy? You're the weirdest? And raise your hand if you're the weirdest teacher at this school. Oh. No. Okay, all right, okay. All right. Wow. All right, so Dwight here is the weirdest kid at school. And he's already the weirdest kid, and then he does something, and it makes the other kids think he must be the weirdest kid on the whole planet. He brings something to school on his finger. Did somebody just say a booger? It's not a booger. Right, it's Origami Yoda. Thank you very much. That's all right, man. You're all right. That was your second guess. Okay. Now, by the way, did anybody bring an Origami Yoda that I could borrow for a few minutes? You got one right there? Let me borrow that, dude. Let me see that. Oh, this is very nice. Good job, dude. Very nice folding. All right. So, it is Kirigami. Nice job. Okay, we'll pretend it's origami for the purpose of this. So, Dwight comes to school with Origami Yoda on his finger. And now, none of the kids want to go anywhere near him because they know he's going to walk up to them in the hall and do something embarrassing like this. Oh, Cheetos for everybody! More Cheetos! He's always screaming at people about Cheetos and stuff. It's very embarrassing. And so now nobody wants to be seen with them. Nobody wants to walk down the hall with them. Nobody wants to save him a seat at lunch. He doesn't have any friends left because he's so weird and embarrassing. Now, guys, if this was the end of the book, it would be a very sad book. You guys would all be crying, and I would win the Newbery Award. But that's not actually the end of this book. That's just the beginning of this book. Remember, the book is called, what happened to the book? The book is called The Strange Case of Origami Yoda. Well, here's the strange part. The strange part is Origami Yoda, the stuff he says, actually turns out to be pretty smart. Like that thing about the Cheetos, that turned out to be really good advice. In fact, all of his advice turns out to be really good advice. And whenever he makes a prediction, the prediction comes true. But now, how's that possible? Because this guy is clueless. So how could his finger puppet be wise? This guy's got no idea what's going on. How can his finger puppet know everything that's going on? Hold on a second. Shh. Hold on, wait. Shh. Shh. One at a time, now one time. Who's got a theory that can explain this? The dude in the yellow shirt back there, what is your theory? Do you have a theory to explain this?
No.
He's changed his mind. Larry in the back there, what do you think? Is your name Larry?
No.
What is your name? Okay, now Caitlin, what is your theory?
He's alive.
He's alive. You mean Dwight is alive or Origami Yoda's alive? Maybe Origami Yoda has come to life. We'll make him alive here. He's jumping right off the finger here. Here he goes.
Make him using the force.
What else? What else? Should he have a lifesaver?
Yeah.
What color is Yoda's lifesaver? Green. Okay, it must be mint. Okay. All right, now what is your theory, G-Man? Can you explain this? He's actually real. Okay. What else could I do to make him look even more real? A cane. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right. Now, dude right there, what is your theory? Can you explain this? Yeah.
That he has a tiny computer in him and that the computer can predict the future.
Excellent. There's a tiny computer inside of Origami Yoda. It's tiny, but it still sticks out the top. It looks like it's an iPhone or something up here. Okay. Very good. Okay. All right. Larry, what's your theory? Yeah.
That he uses the force.
He's using the Force. You guys know about the Force from Star Wars, right? Now, I do have to apologize. The one thing about the Force is it's very hard to draw the Force. So I'm just going to draw some wavy lines. Does that look like the Force? Did somebody just say that Yoda stinks? You can't say Yoda stinks. All right. Shh. Okay. Shh. Hold on a minute. Shh. Now, Larry in the red shirt back there, what is your theory? Her theory is that his name is not Larry. Not Larry. Okay. Was there more to your theory? Is there something else? Well, no. He has a lifesaver right there. Okay, so you want him to have a lightsaber. Okay. So he's got, apparently he has 3 arms, and the third arm is holding a lightsaber. Okay. All right, dude, who was the dude that had an idea a minute ago? Dude, yeah, what's your theory? It's disco? What? Mad scientist. Okay, here's a mad scientist. Okay, so a mad scientist comes along. And that's the mad scientist, right? Very good. Is that what you were looking for? All right, wait a minute. I've been told he doesn't look mad enough. Now he's really mad. Okay. And Larry back there, what is your theory? Hold on. I can't hear Larry. Shh. Go ahead. Go ahead now. He fell asleep? Origami Yoda fell asleep, and then when he woke up, he had all these powers. Is that right? Awesome. Okay, so we'll draw Origami Yoda sleeping. Okay, very good. Origami Yoda took a little nap, and when he woke up, he had all these magical powers. Now, Larry, what do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
I think that he sort of looks like a toaster.
He looks like a toaster. All right. I like that theory. I like that theory a lot. Now, in the polka dots here, We need one theory to sort of wrap it all up, to explain everything. Can you explain everything?
Dwight is smarter than he pretends.
Oh, wait a minute. She just blew our minds with this crazy theory. Her theory is that Dwight is acting dumb, but he's actually smart. Is that right? So maybe the whole dumb thing is he's just acting. Maybe he's really smart. So I will draw a light bulb to show that he's really smart. Or I could just draw his brain. Okay, all right. Okay, guys, now I think it should be clear to everybody how Origami Yoda works. Albert Einstein threw a light bulb at a toaster, and when the toast popped out, his brain popped out too. Does that make sense to everybody now? Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Now that you know how Origami Yoda works, who wants to have their very own Origami Yoda? All right, I'm going to teach everybody how to fold Origami Yoda all at once. You guys up for that? Yeah! Very good, very good. All right, who was the dude that made the Kirigami Yoda for me? Dude, come up here and help me out, man. What's your name again? Larry. Come right on up, Larry. It's great to see you, dude. All right, now stand right over there.
Instructions for it here.
Thanks, man. Let me have a look. Let me have a look at these. Wow. Very awesome instructions for the deluxe cover Yoda. Very nice job, dude. I obviously picked the right guy. This is a guy that knows how to fold an Origami Yoda, right? Yeah. All right. Now, Marshall and I are going to fold the big paper. You guys follow along with your paper, and when we're done, we will have an entire library full of Origami Yodas. You guys up for this? Yeah! All right. Now, Larry is asking an important question. Which way do you hold the paper? Ask yourself a question. Was Yoda short or tall? Right, Yoda is short, so start with your paper short. If you start with your paper tall, you're going to have a green Darth Vader. No one likes a green Darth Vader, and there will be no refunds given for a green Darth Vader. So keep your paper nice and short. Now I'm going to take one side of the paper here, and I'm going to fold it over like this. Bum, 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 bum. Hold on a second, Marshall. One second, Marshall. Okay. And then I'm going to crease it down the side like this. Bum, 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 whoop. All right, notice I did not fold the paper all the way in half. It actually goes about halfway to Marshall. Halfway to Marshall. Okay. All right, Marshall, just step back for 1 second so they can see. You ready for your big moment? Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, fold number 2. Marshall will take his side and fold it all the way over here like this. Bop, bop, bop.
I think we're folding the
That was so fast I didn't have time for my song. Bop, 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 whoop. Very nice job. Very good. All right. All right. That's right. We're doing the 5-fold Yoda here. That's right. Absolutely right. Now stand over there. Hold on. Hold on a second. All righty. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you should have yourselves a nice rectangle. Does the rectangle look like Yoda? No! What does it need to look more like Yoda? Ears. Ears. Right. It needs some ears. Here comes ear number 1. Marshall has noticed a loose corner up at the top. he's going to take that loose corner and pull it so it sticks out on his side. Keep pulling. It's perfect right there. Now he creases it down the middle. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's what we've got: a rectangle with one triangle sticking out to the side. Now, I know this is tricky the first time you do it, so see if somebody next to you can help you out if you're having trouble. You're doing good, Marshall. You getting funky? Are you kind of funky? You can dance, right? I think you can. I bet you can. All right, hold that corner for me now. All right, now step back just a second so everybody can see. All right, I see a lot of good Yodas out there. Well, half Yodas. Very good, excellent. You jumped ahead. Excellent job, all right. Perfect. Now it's time for ear number 2. Please direct your attention to this other corner up here. There's another loose corner. Sometimes it's hiding. You have to look for it. But it is up there. You're going to pull that corner over to the other side. Yes, I hear the sound. That's the perfect sound. That means it's working right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now you should have a rectangle with triangles sticking out on each side. It should look sort of like a jacket. All right. Very good. Now step back again over there. Just hold on a second. Very good. All righty, everybody. This is the famous 5-fold emergency Yoda from the sequel, Darth Paper Strikes Back. Now, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read it yet, but Darth Paper comes to school to cause trouble. He causes big trouble. He creates an emergency situation. They need Yoda's help right away, but the real origami Yoda is not available. Dwight's mother has confiscated it. So Dwight grabs a piece of green paper and with just 5 folds makes an emergency Yoda so they can have instant Jedi wisdom. Now this is what I'm teaching you today. If you remember these 5 folds, no matter where you go, no matter what kind of trouble you get into, these 5 folds will create a Yoda so you can have instant Jedi wisdom. We've done 4 folds. Are you ready for the 5th and final fold?
Yeah!
All right, Marshall, step right over there.
The real Darth Vader is actually pretty easy.
All right, hold on a second. Here we go. You ready? Marshall and I are going to take the top and fold it down to right here. Go, Marshall, right through the ears. There it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is. He's creasing the top of it. A nice crease on the top. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Origami Yoda in person. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall, stand right there. Marshall will now demonstrate how to use it as a finger puppet. Now dance, Yoda, dance! Dance! Dance, Yoda, get funky! Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Marshall! You did a great job, Marshall. A fantastic job. Give me 5. Nice job. Ow, nice job, dude. Very nice job. Do you need these back?
You could keep it.
Okay. But I know you want Yoda back, right? Awesome. Thanks for the instructions, buddy. All right. How are we doing on time? What's the time situation?
It's a quarter till 10:45.
And how much time do we?
I told them 11:15, but end whenever.
Okay. All right. I'll probably go for about 10 more minutes, 10, 15 more minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we do have enough time now. If there's anybody with questions, I will try to supply answers. We have time for just a few of these. And there's a dude in the back with a very good question, the guy in the red shirt. What is your question?
When's your next book going to come out?
All right. Now, he just asked me about my next book. Okay? Now, let's just review real quick here what the books are. We had, first we had Yoda. You guys know about Yoda. And then I told you about Darth Paper. Hold on a second. And then we had Chewbacca. Anybody here can do that Chewbacca noise? That Chewbacca thing? Who can do it? Very nice, very nice. All right, and then somewhere in the middle here we had R2-D2 come to town. And the R2-D2 book is more of an activity book. And then we had Jabba the puppet. So, who do you think should be next? It's Princess Leia. Princess Leia will be our next book. The princess. All right, and the Princess Leia book will be out in March, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. But don't worry, the Princess Leia comes, and she is, I think it's called Princess Label Maker to the rescue. You guys know about those label maker things where you crank it and the word comes out? Well, somebody is using that to send secret messages around the school. And the whole book, you don't know who it is behind Princess Label Maker's secret messages. All right, Larry, what's your question? No, say that real loud. He's asking me, how long did it take to write the first book? The first book took quite a while to write, probably about a year and a half to write that book. Although, obviously, I don't spend a year and a half just sitting in a computer. For me, writing, I do a lot of my writing while I'm walking. I go out and take long walks. And on the course of the walk, my brain will be working, and I'll think of stuff that I wouldn't have thought of if I was just sitting at a computer looking at a blank screen. So even though it may have took me a year and a half, the actual amount of time sitting at the computer, usually that's about a month. A month of really sitting down, maybe 2 months of really sitting down and typing. But it often takes a lot longer than that to think of the ideas that are going to go into the book. All right, Larry, what's your question? Oh, man, I would love to autograph your Yodas. I just don't think we're going to have enough time for that. I am very sorry. I wish I could. I totally wish I could. Oh, Phoebe. Is it Phoebe? Phoebe, what's your question?
You don't stop calling people Larry. I'm going to call you Bob.
Oh, you're going to call my mom?
No, Bob.
Or you're going to call me Bob? You can call me Bob. I'm okay with that. All right, okay. All right. Okay. All right, now there's a dude in the yellow shirt back there. What's your question? Yes, in fact, I autographed your books already before you guys came in here. But if you brought one with you, like this guy, I'll be glad to autograph that when we're done here. Absolutely. Now, who else got a question? Larry, right in front. What's your question? Like I said, I would love to autograph the Yodas. Unfortunately, there's just not enough time for it. I'm very sorry about that. I would love to do it. But you guys, when you get your Yodas back to class, I hope you'll get to take a pen and draw a nice face on them, right? All right. Larry, right in the front. What's your comment? When she went to King's Dominion, her mom dropped the phone on the Dominator. I've heard about people dropping their phones at King's Dominion. It's terrible. It's an awful thing to happen.
My mom.
Oh, man, that's terrible. That's crazy. All right, now I got time for another question here in the purple here. What's your question? Hold on, guys. Shh, I can't hear Larry. Hold on a second. Shh. Is your name Larry? No, what is your name? Annie? Annie, what's your question, Anna? Well, she asked me, how long did it take to write all the books all together? Well, guys, I started writing actually 10 years ago in 2003. That's when I really got serious about writing. So from 2003 to 2013, over those 10 years, I've written all the Origami Yoda books, Quick Pick, Stonewall, Horton, Fake Mustache, Cranky Doodle, another book, the Princess Leia book, and a couple other books that nobody wanted to publish because they were really terrible. So yeah, for 10 years I've been writing, so a lot of books over the course of 10 years. And what's your question? Oh, she's asking me why I call people Larry. Let me tell you, I apologize if I've called you Larry today. It's rude and it's unacceptable behavior, and I deeply apologize to anyone who's called Larry. It will never happen again. Larry, what's your question? What's your question? Oh, she wants to know about a lightsaber, if it's okay to cut the lightsaber to add to your... Yeah, you can totally cut a lightsaber to add to your Yoda if you want to. There's instructions in one of the books on how to do one of those, but it's real simple. You'll figure it out. One thing that works great is a Post-it note. You slice the Post-it note, and then you use the sticky part to stick it to Yoda. Does that make sense? All right, one more question now. The guy in the orange shirt back there in the back. Or maybe he's just holding up his Yoda. Yeah, you. What's your question, dude?
My question is, which book do you learn how to make an origami Ewok?
Which book is the origami Ewok? The origami Ewok is in Jabba the Puppet. There we go, origami Ewok. All right, guys, I got time for one last question. Let's make this the best question. And since, as far as I can tell, we've done absolutely nothing educational for the last hour, so maybe an educational question. Who's got an educational question? Oh, in the purple there. Yeah, what's your question?
No.
That's fine. Go ahead. I'll take it. I'm going to take it.
How much origamis have you made?
Oh, she's asking me how many origamis I've made. I have made a lot of origami, a lot more than just the ones in the books. If you want to see some of the origami I've made, go to my website, origamiyoda.com, and click on How to Fold, and that'll teach you how to fold a bunch of different characters. A whole ton of characters are on there. And then after you fold something of your own, you can submit it to the website, and I'll put it on there. That's how it works, right? Ultra Wicked? Where'd Ultra Wicked go? That's how it works, right? What did you send into my website?
I think that Wicked, where you secretly ears it and then you pull it out.
Ah, that was very nice. Very good stuff. Okay, Ultra Wicked, you'd probably be the last question. What is your question?
Instead of drawing a face, could you just do that?
Oh, look what this guy's done, guys. He's folded the eyes. Pass that up here. He's folded the eyes. This is a deluxe model. Instead of drawing on the face, he folded it on. Very nice job. Excellent job. All right, now, guys, listen here. Before you go away, what I would like to do, I don't know if this is even possible. We're going to have to rearrange a little bit here. I would like to get a picture of everybody holding up their origami Yodas all at once, because you guys have been really awesome. Your Yodas look fantastic. I think we can get a great picture here. Everybody put the Yoda on your... Oh, my gosh, this is going to be amazing. Okay, now, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to take one of those panorama photos, so everybody stay perfectly still. Don't move. Don't blink. Perfect. Excellent. And now, don't go away. Don't go away. Don't stop. I'm going to make a movie this time. Can everybody say, "May the books be with you"? Oh, fantastic. Guys, you were absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. I've had a great time today, guys. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks, guys.